we just finished our last show today here at Pippin, and I have some of our amazing cast members. So first I'm going to start with Andrew Fama. He played Charles, or Charlemagne, the king and Pippin's father. So Andy, how exactly did you prepare to play the role of a king and the father at the same time?
You know, I was surrounded by a lot of wonderful people that helped me with this one. I had to figure out how a son and a father interact, so shout out Mike Fama for helping me with that one. Great guy. You know, I couldn't have done it without the help of this wonderful cast, so yeah.
Thank you, Andrew. And now we have Vivian, who played Catherine. Now, Catherine shows up in Act 2, and she really makes a great entrance. Catherine sings about being an ordinary woman, but then we really find out she's really an extraordinary woman. So, Vivian, how did you really work to make sure that we knew that Catherine was more than just an ordinary woman?
I did a lot of work on layering Catherine so that there was a difference between her relationship with Pippin, her relationship with herself, her relationship with Callie's character, the leading player, and that was all thanks to the wonderful Amy. She's one of our directors here. She's a beautiful woman, and she aided me in the process, so thanks to Amy.
Vivian, you were amazing. And now we have our leading player, the one and only Callie Wyant. So, Callie, the leading player has a lot of layers. In the first act, she's really like more of an entertainer. We think she's like a really cool, awesome person, but then by Act 2, we're like, she's the villain here. So how did you work to make sure that these layers didn't interact too much so that we could really get that she was actually the villain?
Well, as a great character in film once told me, ogres are like onions and they have layers. And that is really what the leading player is. An ogre, she's an evil person who wants to light Pippin on fire. And, you know, I worked a lot with Miss Galen and with Amy to really go through the scenes and break down, you know, when the player is talking to the audience or when she's talking to the players or when she's talking to Pippin. You know, she has a sort of a different face for whatever situation she finds herself in. So breaking down the scenes helped a lot. Also, the amazing company, which helped us put on this show within a show, just added so much to the process.
You did a great job, Callie.
Thank you.
Finally, we have Pippin, Dominic DeSantis. So, Dominic, Pippin really develops throughout the show. At the beginning, he's a little more timid, thinks he really just needs to find something to fulfill his life in order to succeed. But how did you develop the character?
So as many people who know me and saw the show know, I'm actually very similar to Pippin, but there are some qualities that I had to dig deeper for, and Pippin changes over the course of the 2 acts. So I needed to really invoke family members I knew, characters, because Pippin's really emotional at times. He can get really upset, but then he also has really high points, so it's constantly changing. So that was hard, and a lot of it's through song. So there was a lot of work. I've been working since January on my song to try and bring out the lyrics to really understand the character. And Pippin goes in looking for something fulfilling in his life, and he realizes that the ordinary things in life are really what fulfill life. And I have found that really relevant as a senior. And we come back at the end. Our final bow song is Time to Start Living, where we talk about living in the moment. And once again, I find that really relevant and special to me and so many others. So it's been an amazing experience, and thank you to everyone that came.
So now we're done here at Pippin. Don't exactly have any more questions. So
Now
we'll send it back.